Getting there. All right. I think we're there on one of them. I think we're live on YouTube now. Oh, it's going to chill. Oh, there we go. I think we made it on Facebook. All right. Got my comment line. Sweet. Welcome, everybody. I think I'm rolling in both places. Yes, I am. Excellent. Got YouTube up and I got Facebook Live up. So we're just going to chill out here. And let me drop a comment in here. Be sure to comment and let me know you're here. Oh, Evan Wagner. I got all kinds of good news, bro. What's up, Darren Hall? Daniel Lemons. Oh, no. What just happened? What just happened? Hey, are you still there? On Facebook? Something just happened. I don't know what just happened. Just got smacked. Waiting for live video. I don't know why that just happened. Add live video. Think I'm going to have to end this. All right, if you guys are over on YouTube, hang tight. I don't want to use a stream key. Hey, Cordis, you just commented. Are you? Can you guys see me or hear me? All right, for those of you that if you're out watching on YouTube, I apologize. I'm keeping my YouTube stream going. I'm having to redo my Facebook feed, so hang tight with me here. Dang it, come on now. All right, I know we got a couple on YouTube. I'm trying my Facebook again here. I lost my camera for whatever reason. All righty, I'm back live again. So hopefully this will keep going. All righty, I think I'm back. So for those of you out on YouTube, you guys have been hanging tight and YouTube's still rocking and rolling, but I had to redo my Facebook. So I'm going to wait for everybody to get back over here on this stream. Yeah, Jay Black, I know. I don't know what happened. YouTube's been rolling along fine, but for whatever reason, like the video portion of my Facebook feed just completely crashed. So I had to reload it all. So Herb Brown, what's happening? Eddie Reimer, what's up? Sorry for the little technical issue. I don't know exactly what happened, but yeah, things crashed a little bit. Stephen Cordes, what's happening? All right, no check-ins over on YouTube. I got 2 people that have seen it. So again, I stream this guy both places, YouTube and Facebook Live. That way, when I'm done, they just automatically save, and you guys can watch them at your leisure. So, alrighty, I'm gonna wait just a few minutes, and I'm gonna pour my beer with my new little. Check this out, guys. Was antiquing. Yeah, I was antiquing, believe it or not, with Amy this weekend, and got this. This, I don't know if you can't really tell. I mean, basically it's a naked lady, but dude, this thing is it's like cast iron. It's like a cast iron skillet. There was like a whole section of like these custom crazy door knockers, and then there was a naked lady bottle opener. So, you know, I mean, it's me. Come on, I mean, $7. You got to go for that. So, Charlie Ingerfeld, welcome back. Daniel Lemons, welcome back. I know a few of you guys are coming back after my first attempt at this crashed for whatever reason. So thanks for coming back and checking in with me. I'm just getting settled, and we're going to get rocking and rolling here in a jiffy. Drew Hartling, what's happening? I'm excited too, man. I'm excited to get some racing going. I think we still have a while before things really, really, pan out with COVID. I think we're still going to have some, I don't know, we still have some bugs in the works, but I think as the year progresses, vaccinations happen, things get safer, and I think we'll be okay. Plus, it's I would say for everything that I've read and all the research I've done, being outside, a fully outside event with almost no indoors parts of it is going to be helpful. Although I know how hard it is for all of us when we get together to stop the hugging and touching and things of that nature, which are problematic. But we're going to give it a shot, see what happens. Mike Roberts, what's up? Heidi Blackman. I'm feeling great, actually. I'm still not quite there, and I have a lot of things to work out from a racing standpoint, but I'm feeling pretty good. I'll just go ahead and jump into that. So, Aaron King, what's happening? I know, Aaron, right? A few people might ride bikes on here, Aaron. Just a few. So I hope we all still do. I know a lot of us have been dabbling in it. I would say dabbling in it's about all I've been doing. It's been really hard for me to kind of get my mojo back for a variety of reasons, but mainly because I've been sick, and that changes things. Trip Harrison, yo, what's up? So before I jump into the reason for tonight, which is to release the 2021 Tour de Dirt schedule, I think everybody's pretty stoked about that. I know I am. I'm a little bit late getting it out for a couple of reasons. The main one being that I got sick again, and I just couldn't get my head wrapped around it during the time frame. I set Thanksgiving up as the time frame when I really knock a lot of that stuff out, and unfortunately, that didn't happen this year because I was sick the entire time, and sick, honestly, even into Christmas break. So, that's part of it. Jeffrey Carr's in the house. What's happening, JB Shootman? We'll talk, Jeff. We'll talk, Jeff. I'm not leaving you out. I didn't bring you in here to leave you hanging. So, Freeman, Scott Ugley, what's happening, Freeman? Haven't seen you in forever, man. Yes, you do. You totally do need to get on that single speed again and come race with us. I miss seeing each of the races, and I miss your papa too, man. Good memories with both you guys, and I'd love to see you again. Hey, Aaron King just said hi, Nolan Crampy. I think it's Nolan's birthday today or yesterday. I saw the post, but now I can't remember whether I saw it today or yesterday because I get all my days mixed up. So, Jimmy Young, what's happening? Yeah, same. Good to see you. I'm glad to be healthy. Trip, how do you pull it up on the YouTubes? Well, let's see. What is my YouTube channel? I don't know. Hang on a second. I'll tell you what my YouTube channel is. Give me just a smidgen. Come on. Gotta wait for it to load. I got too much shit going on here, so all my stuff is pretty slow. Plus, I have 2 streams going, so my computer's groaning. Let's do my channel. There it is. Right click, copy, come back to my stream, right click. Oh, I missed my right click. Paste as plain text. Boom. How's that for a quick response? Mr. Trip Harrison, there's a link down there to my YouTube page. Click on that, and there should be a live stream going. So, Victor Cash is what's happening. Hannah Bagaski, what's up? Yo, back at you. Oh, you totally top trips, yo. You have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 O's. No. My video is crashing. Damn it. I'm gonna kill everything else that's going on. This is killing me. Waiting for a live video. I don't want to do that. I think this is a Facebook thing. Damn it. Yeah, my YouTube is completely clean. I know, right? Facebook streaming kills me. All right, I think everybody's transitioning over to YouTube, hopefully. Oh, I know, right? this one time on YouTube on Facebook, the video where I've actually had pretty good luck in the past, but it just seems like it gets progressively worse. I may just like start doing YouTube only and like just do the event stuff through Facebook and stop doing the Facebook Live. Paste as plain text. I will leave that open. Alrighty. Well, I've notified everybody over on Facebook, and I'm not even going to try to get it going live again. I'm just going to you hear you on speaker, but the video will catch you up on the flip side. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to keep the Facebook feed going because I think there's the possibility that you guys can still hear me. You just can't see me. But I'm going to have to kind of flip back and forth. The video is streaming over on YouTube. There's plenty of links out there. We just posted in threads, so let's roll out there. And I'm going to try to go back and forth now that we're kind of all scattered, but we're going to roll on. So yeah, so like I was getting into, I had a couple of questions asking me how I was feeling. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. You know, as most of you know, and so many of us here, we've all been sick. Oh man, Haas 626. I guess that's got to be probably Nolan clearing all the porn. Yeah, no, it's just a Facebook thing. I got an iPad for that kind of stuff. It looked like my video ended up ending. I just went back over and it looked like it just died completely. So we're fully streaming on YouTube. Hey, let's just go back since it ended. Let's see. Hang on, guys. Hang on. It's been a cluster from every possible way. Oh, of course, naturally I come back for my first one back for a while and it's a total cluster. Give me a second, I want to make a post. Rolling on YouTube only. Not working? Now Facebook Live is a pain in the ass.
Are you on YouTube Live now?
Yeah, I would do both simultaneously, but YouTube's the only one that's not crashing. So, yeah, no, and I got that. I kind of figured that since you made the same comment right before you left on Facebook. I figured that one out. All right, I made a post out on Turtle Dirt. I'm just going to roll here. Hopefully, everybody will switch over to YouTube and we'll be good. Maybe I'll get some more subscribers since you guys are over here now. Let's jump right into this. So I just wanted to first talk about how I'm feeling. So as you guys know, I got sick again for the second time the weekend before Thanksgiving, which turned out pretty good because in that way we were able to, you know, isolate it pretty much away from my parents. Unfortunately, they still got sick from a third party because we were not around them. But I got sick. Amy got sick. Both my twins got sick. I got it from one of my twins that came home from college, and we passed her around. Luckily, it happened after work and after I was on Thanksgiving break, and so we were able to keep it to ourselves. But we were all pretty sick. Amy's still recovering a little bit. It took me 2 full weeks to recover, so it took me straight 14 days just to even feel like going back to work. I went back to work and I worked for a week and finally got to feeling where I was okay after the third week, after 21 days. And it basically took 21 days before I could even do any exercise. So I rode the trainer for, I think, 30 minutes 3 weeks after. just super easy. And that's really been all I've been doing. I did a pretty solid gravel ride. Was it weekend before last, or was it last weekend? No, it was weekend before last, because last weekend I just hung out with Amy, with Steve Cordis and Jay Black. Jay Black's idea. Thanks for dragging us out there. But we did that, and it was that was pretty solid. It was like 32 or 3 miles, and that was a tough ride. I'm still going easy. I feel fine. Like I mean, at this point, I'm about the 4.5 week mark. I felt 100%, and that was good. But the problem is that I still have a heart rate issue. So it's probably just because there was some lung damage during the process, and so my body's working overtime trying to get O2 in the body. But just like last time, I'm experiencing the same things at every intensity level, whether it's resting, whether it's easy, whether it's moderate, whether it's intense. My heart rate is about 15 to 20 beats higher than it should be. So, for example, I did like a 45-minute spin watching one of the cyclocross races before the show. And I should have been cruising at 125 to 130 heart rate. That's my norm for something that easy. But I was rolling at 150 to 155 the whole time. So just gives you an idea. So I'm basically going to cruise easy like that until my heart rate gets back to normal. It took about 2 months for that to happen last time. So I'm not sure how race ready I'll be, or if I'll even race as the season starts. So just going to kind of roll with it. I'm just going to ride. I just basically just riding easy, ride my trainer super easy, go out and do some hiking. I take a lot of days off now. I don't worry about taking a day off like I used to. And yeah, so that's just kind of what I do. And at some point, the switch will flip, and just like it did last time, I was cruising along and looked down, and I'm like, heart rate's back to normal. And so when it gets back to normal, I'll go back to training. So, but until then, I'm just going to cruise easy, do everything moderately, and just keep rolling like that. So yeah. Yeah, Ryan, you still have to keep your heart rate lower. It won't go down. That's exactly right. And mine does actually go down. Luckily for me, I don't feel any different. I feel fine. In fact, that's one of the things that I've said to a lot of people is that I think a lot of people that are non-athletes that don't monitor this kind of stuff, they're not going to realize that their body's working harder trying to get more oxygen in their body. Because I don't feel different. I don't, like when I was riding a minute ago when my heart rate was at 150, I felt fine. I felt like normal. But when you're looking at the numbers, I'm like, that's not right. I shouldn't be here. I should be 20 beats lower. So just tells you that your body's working. So I honestly, I kind of worry a little bit about non-athletic people or people that are more sedentary, or just people that don't, aren't nerds like us and geek out with heart rate straps and, the heart rate bands and all that. Because most people aren't even going to know. They're not even going to know what their norm is. So I think that's just, it's good information to have, and, hopefully the more we can spread it. So give me just a sec, guys. I'm going to switch over. I got a couple of messages here. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll touch base on that message in a minute. So hang on, guys. I'm just trying to. I'm going to look at these old videos, and there's some people that are posting on Facebook. I want to make sure. Okay. I don't know. I can't really see anything. So bummer. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to check, and there was a few comments on Facebook, and I was going to see if I could direct them over here with us. So anyway, so that's where I'm at with my health. And, I know a lot of you guys have been sick. I've been hearing rumors from different friends. So I think everybody's in different levels. I know a lot of people have had family members sick. So I'm hoping everybody's getting well if they're not. And it's no fun, but knock on wood, I've got through it. My family got through it, including my parents. Both of my parents got sick, and we were a little worried about my mom. They're both my mom and my dad are in their 70s, late 70s, and but they knocked it out and are better. So I know not everybody's as lucky as that. So I consider myself lucky. Okay. Let's keep rolling. So let's get into the heart of things. Let's talk about the schedule. And I think everybody wants to know that. It should be posted on Facebook right now. I scheduled a post this morning, so it would automatically go out about the time this thing started. So the schedule should be out there, but I'm going to go over it. Probably should post it. I probably should copy it. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if it did go. Yeah, it did go. Sweet. And let me copy it. And let me come back over here to YouTube, and I'll drop it down here in the comments so that way you guys can see it while I talk about it. Ooh, that's an ugly copy. Let's do a different paste. No. Paste as plain text. It doesn't matter. All right, that's going to be an ugly post, but you get the dates there. I just copied and pasted. I don't have a lot of choice. I don't want to go in and return everything. So, yeah, thanks, Charlie. I got the same thing. It like posted the same crazy looking thing. So let's just knock this out. So first of all, season's a little different, but similar. We're only going to do 8 races. I could have easily have found 10 races, but I didn't have anybody that was, I would have gone out and, kind of looked for some venues, but we easily could have found one. We have several venues that want to get back in. Have a really great possibility for 2022 that I think will make a lot of you guys happy. But don't really want to go there yet, but I've had a couple good conversations with some folks about something then. Got some new venues, but anyway, I don't know. I think I have a pretty solid schedule. I know we have a couple of conflicts here and there. I'm not too concerned with most of them. I know there's going to be one that's going to be a little problematic for some of the OKC folks. And that's Turkey's Day because it falls on the same as the Memorial Marathon. But just kind of have to roll with some of those. There's only so many things that you can avoid. So let's just knock this out. We're not going February. Last year we started with Steed. I went ahead and, I'm just physically not ready to get Steed done by February. I was behind the curve getting the schedule done. So I just pushed everything back to March. I didn't want to start in February. Give us a little more time, give vaccinations a little more time. So we'll just kind of see how things play out. We're looking at St. Crispin's kicking off the schedule on March 7th. And you guys are all familiar with St. Crispin's, I believe. Going to be a great venue and great course. And I haven't talked to Mike. I don't know if they have any, Mike and Joanne, I don't know if they have any specific plans for the course this year. But as you know, they change it up every year. So it'll probably be somewhat different than previous years, but it's same basic stuff. And anyway, be a good course, good race. Great way to kick off the season. That's going to jump into March 28th. Is that right? Yeah, that's an 8, not a 6, but my glasses are, they're over there. I just don't want to put them on. So March 26th, Sooner Stampede. Sooner Stampede is still, we're ready to go. We're going to knock it out of the park. And if we cannot knock this thing out in March, then we'll find another date for it. But we just have not been able to confirm this with the park. So hopefully that confirmation will come soon. But if it doesn't, I'll let you guys know. So, but the plan is to have it on the 28th. And if we can't figure that date out, then we'll find another date because that's a great venue. We love it. It's always got high attendance. And Warm Up and the crew always does a great job. So we just need to make that happen if we can. So already, that leads us into Fool's Dozen, the weekend of 9 through 11. So a lot of stuff going on. We normally do this the first weekend of that, but I believe that's Easter weekend. So we just didn't want to do that. That's always a problem with, some of the families and Easter things with kiddos and all those good things. So we just bumped her up to 9/11. And again, they're planning on doing the whole shebang, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's going to be a great time. So April 25th has been an unknown date. I had a couple of options here, and I just didn't know which direction I wanted to go. I've been talking to a couple, 3 people, and I went ahead and made that decision. So April 25th is not to be announced anymore. I need to go ahead and just add it appropriately to the schedule. It's going to be to Lake Murray. We've done this race in the past, so some of you guys that are pretty new to Tour de Dirt may not be aware that we have done it. In the past, we've started at Duke's Forest and done a traditional race loop there. If you guys have done the Moonshine Madness series that Tegan and Celestial Cycles has put on for the last couple of years, we did that venue one year from the Duke's Forest as well too. We're working on a new look for that. I'm working with a couple of teammates that happen to live in the Lake Murray Ada area. So Jetty Harrison and Trip Harrison. So we're looking at a different course possibly than the traditional old course that some of you veterans may be familiar with. So I don't know what's in the works there exactly, but we're going to come up with something cool, and I think you're going to like it. That's always a good venue, super cool course, and great terrain. So. And then that's going to follow up. I'm still doing Steed this year. I've talked to the guys out there and the gals out there, and they confirmed my date on May 23rd. Pretty open that month. There's a lot of things in May, but nothing much that really conflicts with mountain biking too much. So I thought I pushed it back to May because it was nice and open, and it gives me time to get the trail ready, because I got a lot of weed eating to do. So hopefully we'll get that done pretty soon, so we can start getting people out during gaps to come pre-ride before May. And then we have a good break. So we're going to have a good solid break during summer to do all kinds of crazy things. So, Trip Harrison says we got a sick loop in mind. I know I talked to your pop today. So Trip and Jetty are helping me develop the course out at I don't know why I just said they're helping me. They're not helping me. They're doing it. I'm not doing crap. So I'm just talking to them, and they're telling me what they're doing. So they're doing all the work. I'm not doing shit. But they supposedly got a great course planned. It's going to be a little bit new. So I'm looking forward to that, because that's a thing. I think so many people, because it's a pretty far drive to get out to Lake Murray, a lot of people go out there and do the race, but then they never go back and just ride for like the weekend. And what people don't realize is there's I don't know how much trail you guys have out there now, but last count was like 30 miles. They have like 30 miles of trail. So you don't realize that they have miles and miles of trail out there, because you go out there just for race day. So anyway, hopefully we'll make a full weekend out of it and get everybody out there to check out all kinds of parts of that trail. So. And then we'll follow up that with Steed. I'm looking forward to that again. That was a great time. I know we got some rain, had a great pre-ride, and it rained on us, but it was still pretty fun. I was pleasantly surprised last year that Steed was not really as slick as I thought it was going to be, considering that it was like straight up raining on our ass the whole time. So anyway, that was pretty cool. We had a good time. So after the break, we're going to finish up the season with 3 great races, and we're going to be knocking out Claremore on the 5th, and I am just jones to get back to Claremore. I feel bad that I haven't really got there to do some riding, but I've just been so out of sorts with travel, being sick, and everything that's been going on in my world, that it's just tough. So But yeah, I'm just looking forward because Rory Peterson and the boys out there just continue to do work and work and work and make things better. And man, just the job that they're doing out there on that trail is amazing. It's going to be it's a great venue, and it's going to be a great kickoff after the summer break. And then we're going to roll right into RDR, Red Dirt Rendezvous, Lake Draper. And again, I'm sure we'll have a different course there. I'm saying we loosely. I don't do it. Promoters do it. I think Don Jonathan is the official promoter, working with Kevin Caldwell and Bike One and the crew, and they'll get it figured out. And we'll have a little course. So we'll see if you take us on the end of green. Hopefully green will be dialed in by then. But man, last time I was out there, all that new stuff you guys added on green is a little bit rough right now. It needs to be ridden in, that's for sure. And then we are going to finish up with Turkey Mountain, October 3rd. So I realize that October 3rd again is a conflict. I just didn't have a lot of options without pushing it way back up into September along with the other races, which would eliminate some possible open dates, or pushing it way down further in October, which would put a big gap in there. So I picked kind of the lesser of two evils, and I realized that that third date is going to be a problem because it is the Oklahoma Memorial Marathon race weekend as well. So I know we're going to lose some Oklahoma City people because they're going to run or work it. And so I apologize for that. But again, it's just kind of, when you're doing a whole schedule, there's just limitations on how you put together a whole thing. So unfortunately, that's one of them that I picked, and we'll see what happens. So Trip says, now that we're teammates, you'll find a rake for me. So it means I got to come up and do trail work again. Well, if I'm going to do that, then you got to come grab a weed eater and help me weed eat Steed. How's that? Tit for tat. I think I spent about, I probably spent 80 hours on the weed eater last year getting Steed ready. Yeah, it was rough, but we'll get it done. Okay, that's the schedule. So I think it's going to be a good one. Again, I did 8 races mainly because that left a lot of gaps. It gave me a little bit more flexibility with scheduling. Also, it gives us more flexibility in case shit happens, which inevitably it will. It does every year. So whether it's weather or, in the case of issues with COVID still, I mean, that could happen as well too. Getting permits could still be an issue, but we're just going to roll with it and see what happens. We're going to do the best we can to have some safe protocols in place at all of our venues. We're outside. We're going, just do the basics, the things that we've done in many of the races that we've all been to during this time, and be as safe as we can. And we're going to have fun, race bikes, hanging out with our friends. So I think that's much needed. And I think that, I still feel that we can do this in a somewhat safe manner. And I think things are going to get better. It's just going to take a while. And, vaccines are going to have to kick in, and people are going to have to, just go there. And I think it's just going to take time at this point. So Heidi, who is promoting Turkey? It's still Ray. Ray's going to do it. And because we missed last year because of COVID and all this stuff, hopefully the YMCA will be through their construction, because, this year we were, even if Turkey would have happened, we were not going to be able to do it at the YMCA, and because of construction. So hopefully all that construction will be done by October, and we'll be back to a fairly normal race. So yeah, anyway. Heck yeah, Trip. I'll be there. I can do a rake. I can do some trail work. Oh goodness, Danny Prather, what's happening? Glad you made it, Danny. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad you checked in over here, Danny, because I tried twice to do Facebook Live and it worked for like about 2 or 3 minutes, and then my video feed just crashed, and then the stream crashed. So I'm probably just going to start doing it over here on YouTube only, and just not doing it on Facebook Live, assuming that that's going to be what happens. I just can't afford to pain it. It's too big of a pain in the ass to just like keep doing through that. So. Yeah, Heidi, I've heard a lot of things about Turkey. I've not been down there, so hopefully, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We've got a long time before that happens. We've got all the way until October, so I think things will be good. Well, it's perfect, Danny. So you can now you don't have to go back on Facebook. I'm just going to do here, and you don't have to worry about it, bro. You can check out the Weekly Wizard update every week over here on YouTube, and you'll be all good. So, Bo Smith, what's happening, Forrest? Glad you found me over here. I think you're another one that probably saw that my Facebook feed got screwed up. So, but we're all over here now. I'm probably just gonna keep doing YouTube. Alrighty, schedule's up. Schedule's posted on Twitter, Facebook. It's probably being shared now and probably being commented on, and I'll jump out there and check it out when I get off of here. But I do want to move on. I have a couple of other announcements that I think are important. The first one is possibility of doing some chip testing. First and foremost, let me tell you that I'm not a big proponent of chip timing for no reason other than I feel that it's an expense that doesn't really give us more than what our awesome officials already do. However, our awesome officials, Debbie and Tom Ugleen, happen to also own a timing company. So we are going to test out some chip timing. I think this year for at least 1 or 2 races, I don't know, whatever they decide to do, we are going to test with our Cat 1 racers and just see how it goes. There won't be an additional cost. If there is an additional cost, it may be like $5 a pop for a timing chip for them. And the Tour de Dirt will eat that cost. So it won't cost you, the riders or the promoters or the officials, any money. So I'll make sure Tour de Dirt covers that $5. But we're going to test it out for the Cat 1s, see how it goes, see how people like it, see if it gives us anything beneficial, and then contemplate implementing it or not. So we'll see. That's the whole point of testing it in a live situation, is to see pros and cons, see what racers think, see what promoters think, see what the scorekeepers and the officials think, and go from there. So anyway, so I think that's a cool announcement. That's going to be something that's fun that we'll try out. So. And unfortunately, I feel bad because I'm pretty sure my buddy Jeff Carr is not on here. On their YouTube feed, so I'll have to private message him. So I've been giving him crap. Now let me take that back. He's been giving me crap for years. My buddy Jeff Carr, one of our Medicine Park crew, he is an e-biker and has been an e-biker for quite some time, and it's awesome. They have their place. They have a pretty solid following. I'm pretty sure there's even a crew that meets regularly out at T-Bird. I don't know who they are, so if you guys know them, let them know. Get a hold of them. But I think it's to a point where we can't ignore the e-bike riders. So I've been working and talking back and forth with my board and just a couple of friends in general, and trying to figure out a way to create an e-bike category. So, sorry, I'm reading comments and like in the middle of my train of thought because it's related to my train of thought. Sorry. So we've decided to try to implement that this year. I don't have the specifics. I'm working those out as we speak. I don't have anything in the rules about it. But my general plan right now is to try to implement an e-bike race category. It will probably be more of a fun race, even though it will still be an official category on the day-to-day process. Right now, the plans are probably going to put it near where the single speeders start. We'll make it an open category, and we'll put them either in front or maybe behind the single speeders, just give or take, because that's a good location. I don't want them to be out there on the course with the novices. But by starting them where the single speeders are at in that vicinity, I know that generally as a single speeder, most of our group, we have some, occasionally we'll have some fast Cat 2 19 to 29 guys maybe bridge to the back of our group. And occasionally we'll bridge to some of the 50 plus guys in the Cat 1s. But rarely. Most of the time, we have a big space to ourselves. And so the whole idea is that we want to keep the e-bikes as, as isolated as we can, just because there is some issue. If you look at the USAC rules, they really, really want the e-bikes on course by themselves. And I don't know. I kind of went back and forth on this with the buddy, Chris Rogers and me went back and forth on it. And honestly, I think USAC and their rules, they really mean that they want e-bikes on the course by themselves, but the wording of the document kind of conflicts itself. And so I'm taking a couple of the lines that they said, and they're kind of iffy. And I'm going to use that to say that I'm going to do my best to keep the e-bikes away from other non-bikes. And I think by putting them in this space, we'll do that. Because I don't think most of the Cat 1s or Cat 2s are going to care. I mean, we're all pretty fast or pretty slow or whatever, but we're experienced enough that it's not going to be a problem being out there on the course with them. So anyway, I just think it's a new thing, and it's coming in hot. It's not died out, and I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon. So I just feel that we should embrace this and not push it away, and give them their place. And so that's my goal this year. Again, I do not have specifics. We have a basic rules, but I'm going to have to work with promoters, and I'm going to have to work with everybody to make it happen. So. But right now I'm looking at this probably not being a point category, not being a championship jersey category. It's just going to be an open category for fun. No prizes, no awards, unless the promoters decide they want to give them something. Maybe we can come up with something fun for it. But it's just really going to be a test situation to see the numbers, to see if they come out. I keep getting people telling me that they want to do this, and I'm like, okay, there seems to be enough interest that it deserves a look, and we'll give them a look. And if it doesn't play out, if we have 2 people show up at, a race each time, then we'll get rid of it. So I have no problems with that. But, who knows? We have 10, 15 of the, people show up. Then we turn it into an official category, charge fees like normal, and give them prizes and awards. Give them a championship jersey, just like we do the Clydesdales, which is also not an official USAC category. So anyway, that's just my thoughts. So be sure to, you guys be sure and spread the love, spread the word, let everybody know that that's our plan. I don't have those plans worked out yet, but we're going to make that happen. So, all right, let's see. Someone's hit me up on Facebook. Let's see. So yeah, so I just got a message on Facebook, and it said some landowners may not allow e-bikes, but as it is right now, I'm not aware of any rules on any of our venues. So there may be some rules on e-bikes at some of our venues, and if there are, I mean, obviously we have to abide by the landowners. But I'm not aware of any rules on any of the no, I'm pretty sure none of our state parks have any rules against it. So I know we're in a few state parks, anyway, so we'll just kind of wait and see how it plays out. So anyway, but that's just that's our plan. So, and we'll just kind of roll with it and see what happens. So, let's see if there's any questions or comments. You guys better hit me up. I'm fixing to finish up. I want to finish up with 2 topics. They're pretty short. I just want to talk about a couple sponsors that are already in that have been longtime sponsors of the Tour de Dirt, and are once again sponsoring the same things that they have in the past, and they've stepped up to the plate again. The first one is my crew, Bike Lab. They are going to be our plate sponsors again this year. They are doing it solely as Bike Lab. Last year, it was split between Whole Shot Coffee and Bike Lab, but it's just going to be Bike Lab. So they're going to sponsor our Tour de Dirt plates once again, and we will. I'm hoping to get plates. I've contacted about 3 different companies, and I've had nobody get back with me. Had some great recommendations from a lot of you guys when I posted on Facebook the other day, and but again, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm waiting for replies back to from emails from some of these companies. But I found one yesterday that seemed really positive. The prices looked right, and the quality of the plate looked great. So I'm just hoping that they get back with me so I can get a design and get some plates ordered. But anyway, that's my plan. We'll come up with something one way or the other. But and then lastly will be the Kids Cup. Kids Cup sponsors have been Neighborhood Bikes. We've got Chad and Sarah Shanks. If you guys have been around cycling, then you know these guys. I saw that they celebrated their 5th year anniversary of Neighborhood Bikes. I can't believe it's been that long since they've opened that shop in Norman. That's awesome. Congratulations. They once again are our sole Kids Cup sponsors, and I really appreciate their support of Tour de Dirt, their support of the Kids Cup, and look forward to continuing working with them down the road. So let's see. Danny Prather, it would be good to have a parking permit for each race. Well, Danny, I tell you what, I'm just going to approach that as it comes up, because we've got a couple of things rolling with that. One, we are going to be in, I guess, just really Steed and Lake Murray are the 2. So Steed and Lake Murray both will require a parking pass or parking. It's different. It's different than what's required at Draper. Draper also requires one, but it is something that's a local requirement. There is an online link for that we've posted, and we could continue to post that. And maybe if maybe that'll be a discussion for next week for me. I'll discuss those 2 things, and we'll provide links for that. But last year they also implemented the state park system. I can't remember how many, but I'm thinking like 25 or so of the parks. I'm just blanking on the number, but not all the state parks went. But they took all the state parks in Oklahoma, and of all of them, a portion of them now require a parking fee. You can do that through premium parking. You can do you can just do it it's an app on your phone. You can buy an annual. I think that is good for three cars. So like I was able to buy my annual and then program in 3 license plates for it. Or you can just buy I think it's like an $8 pass. If you're a veteran or you're a senior, I don't know what the age cutoff is for the senior. you get a free one. So you can contact the park, or you can get online with premium parking, and they'll give you a free one. And that is good for, I mean, if you do a day pass, it's good for whichever park you're at. But if you do an annual, it's good for all of the parks that in the state of Oklahoma. But then the Draper does require a parking permit, and that's separate. That's because it's not a state park. That's just a local municipality. And there is an online link for that. I bought my annual for that. I think it's like $15. I need to look and see what, when it runs. I don't know what dates it runs on. So, but anyway, those are things to consider for sure. But we'll talk more about those as the venues come up, and worry about that. So. Charlie says, for folks new to Tour de Dirt, what site are most of the race signups on? So since we are USA Cycling sanctioned, Charlie, all of ours will be on Bike Reg. USA Cycling third parties, their permitting whole process out to Bike Reg, which was great. They did that, I think, starting last year. So during the permitting process of one of our races, whenever our promoters do that, part of it is creating online registration, and that online registration will be on Bike Reg. So all of ours will be on Bike Reg, just because that's part of they contract out with USA Cycling. So, and I think that's pretty standard for almost all the cyclists. So. Herb Brown Gravel Growler is coming up. It is. Unfortunately, I did not register this year. I debated on it, and I'm very likely going to show up for the Gravel Growler, Herb. But I'm just not. I mean, it's coming up next month, and I'm not at a place where I can go out and do something like that. I'd probably do more damage to myself than anything. So I might just come hang out that weekend, do some hiking. I might come out and just while everybody's riding, I might just come out and hang out at St. Crispin's and ride the mountain bike trail out there, and then drink beers while everybody's riding 80 miles. Let's see. Yeah, Danny, Draper is a weird one. But it's really pretty simple. It's just that the parking permit there is just people aren't used to it. I don't think they're checking it quite as much. So, if you forget and you just show up, it seems like they're not as strict right now. There was a time though, and it kind of goes up and down, where they're really careful and they really check those permits. And then there's times when they don't. So I don't know. I just got the annual. There's a link. We can provide it at some point. It's super easy and it's really cheap. So I just got the annual because it's like, I think it was $25. I said it was 15. I think it was like $25, but I mean, hell, $25 for the whole year, cake. So, oh yeah. So, yeah, Carolyn, I'm not even going to go there now. I'm at 57 minutes, and that's a topic for another day. Carolyn Fairless, one of our riders, racers that have been part of Tour de Dirt for a long time, mentioned the USAC annual license, which is now $100 per year. I guess it must be like $93 and change. I don't know. I don't know if you guys got the same email that I got, but so they charge it $100, which I don't know. That's bothersome. I don't usually get too bothered about paying stuff like that, but damn. I mean, just a few years ago, I was paying like $65, and then next thing you know, I'm paying $75, and I'm okay with $75. And then the next year, all the Cat 1s are paying $80, and I'm okay with $80 because everybody else was still at $75, and we were paying $5 extra to cover their doping policies and testing. I'm like, it seems reasonable. We're Cat 1s. It's worth it paying an extra $5, but then like, that's what we've been paying for several years. And then now the jump to $100. Yeah, seems pretty steep. So not a big fan. I get it. They're hurting. They're trying to make money. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel there's some disconnect there with what's going on with USAC. And I don't know that they're doing themselves any favors by making that happen. So, and jokingly, the reason I said that The reason I said that it was like $93 and not 100 is because I got some weird email that said that I was refunded from USAC licensing or something like $7. I don't know what for. I don't know. I have no idea what it meant, but I was like, okay, whatever. So now maybe it's $93 instead of 100. I don't know. Oh man. Yeah, and so your point is right, Carolyn, and that's the whole point. Is like, so you pay this annual fee, and for the most part, for most of us Cat 1 racers, we do a lot of races, so it comes out in the wash. Because if we were to do otherwise, we're paying $10 a pop, and they've been pretty flat. I mean, it's been $10 for a one-day license for many years, and it still is. Well, when it was $80, well, it means you do 8 races, you break even, right? So why not just get a license? Because how many of us do 8 races? All of us. Well, not all of us, but I mean, all the people that, Cat 1s and 2s that do a lot of racing. I mean, I knock out, hell, I don't know. How many USAC races did I knock out last year? Like, I don't know, 20? Well, not last year, but normally I would knock out 20. I still think I probably did 10 or 12 last year, maybe. I don't know. Counting some of the gravel races that were USAC sanctioned, which, believe it or not, they still are. So now at $100, that means you have to do 10 races. And so, a lot of people, that's, they're wavering on that line of doing 10 races versus less or more. And then it's not necessarily worth it. Additionally, there's the issue of insurance. Insurance is going up. Luckily, it hasn't gone up significantly, and it's still better than I could find elsewhere. But we're going to be paying $5 a rider for insurance versus $4.75. So 25-cent increase per rider. So that's the thing as a series director that I have to weigh, and I check into it every year, and I will check into it again next year, as I have previous years. If I can ever find insurance that comes anywhere near what USA Cycling offers me, that makes it a pretty easy call. The cost of insurance keeps us in as a series, because you really can't find insurance cheaper than $5 a person. I looked into 4 really, really solidly, and then I got basic quotes from 2 others. So probably 5 or 6 insurance companies last year that do specific race insurance last year, and gave them exact numbers based on our 2018, 2019, and then even up into our 2020 year. So we had exact numbers, averages, race. I have all the numbers exact, and there was not one insurance company that could come in less than $8 a head. And that's a significant amount when you're doing $8 a racer versus $4.75. Last year, that's almost, we're still paying half with USA Cycling. So even with the cost of the licenses, I just can't stick my promoters with that kind of hit to pay for that insurance. So Daniel, yep, it's a sore subject with everybody, and that's it. So Ryan Paloma just checked in. He said he emailed them about that refund. He said it was an overage on tax. So I guess we get I know, again, like $7 back. But you got to think, though, how many times? That's a lot of $7 refunds they had to do. So. And Herb, see, that's it right there too. So Herb Brown says Tuesday night crits at Wheeler Park made it cost effective. That's it. So, if you're a multi-sport person and you're going to knock out a couple of cross races, you knock out a few road races, knock out a few, mountain bike races, boom. And, it's well worth it. And it is for me. Outside of 2020, which, screwed everything up for everybody. But, on the norm, if you're a multi-sport athlete, the annual is the way to go because, you knock it out. But I know there's a lot of you guys and gals that, you focus on one sport mainly, and you don't, 10 races is probably your max for the year, that are USAC races. So anyway, I get it. Let's see. Yeah, it's Charlie. Charlie, no worries, bro. I'm fixing to be out too. I've been on here too long. I shouldn't have went down that rabbit hole. I should have waited for the USAC license, but it was a good question. Derek, how's Steed looking these days? I'm sure Steed is looking bad, bro. We've had lots of water and rain during the summer, and that I think stuff died off a little bit in the summer, but we got some good rain out there. So it's grown up, and I haven't been out there. It's not going to be in good shape. It's going to take an entire crew and me to clear that whole thing before it's really rideable. So I wouldn't go out. If you want to go out there and hike, it's easy to hike. It's going to be grown up for that, but definitely don't go ride. So, all righty. I think I'm going to roll out of here, and I'll start like a normal schedule with Weekly Wizard Update. I may very well just keep it out here on YouTube, and I don't know. Maybe I'll do a test earlier in the week with Facebook Live and see what happens. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe test another PC or something of that nature and see if it's my video card. I don't know what's going on with it, but honestly, I may just stay out here on YouTube and call it a day, and I'll continue to do the event page and all that. I don't know. I'll decide that and let all you guys know. But anyway, we'll be back to doing regular Weekly Wizard updates where we talk about upcoming events. We talk about the races that are going on and any changes that we make, and just kind of doing the normal thing. If and when I can, I'll have a guest, or I'll try to go somewhere and have a guest and do things like that. We did a few of those last year. It was kind of fun. So, all right. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and roll out. See you guys. Apologize for all the Facebook mess up, but it's part of the gig. So love you guys. Look forward to the 2021 Tour de Dirt season. See ya.